Thank you so much. Good morning, everyone. Kalimera says. I will address the minister even if he just left. Dear Minister Skylakakos, it was a great intervention, very inspiring. And also dear all friends, partners in the audience, thank you for the invitation to this exciting and not the least timely event. It's a pleasure for me to be here, and it's really an honor also to be able to address such a competent group. I would like to start with a few words about climate change. So, collective effort and urgent action are needed to address the triple planetary crisis: climate, biodiversity loss, and pollution. And my government in Oslo has high ambitions. We must speed up the transition to a just, environmentally friendly, climate neutral, and equitable economy. Norway commits to the 2030 target and to achieving climate neutrality by 2015 by the latest. These are challenging times: war and international tensions, unstable energy markets with historic high prices in 2022, and the effects of climate change are already being felt. Extensive forest fires and dramatic floodings hit Greece very hard this summer. And in Norway, also this summer, and for the first time, the average monthly temperature on Svalbard, Spitsbergen, in July was recorded at above 10 degrees Celsius. This has dramatic implications, not only in the Arctic, but for the entire world. So, the green transition is an imperative. We need joint and urgent action to reach the climate targets, and we need to speed up the transition to a sustainable economy. And we need investments, cooperation, and trade. More renewable energy is key to achieving our targets. The energy system in Europe must become more secure, smarter, and greener. My country, Norway, is well positioned to strengthen competitiveness and to reduce emissions through cooperation on hydrogen, carbon capture and storage, batteries, raw materials, green shipping, and not the least, offshore wind. Let me say a few words about offshore wind in Norway. Norwegian areas at sea are 5 times larger than areas on land. Norwegian industry, competence, and technology will thus be important to the development of offshore wind. And offshore wind is expensive at present, as also the minister just said. But also, by making a start, we can make cost reductions possible in the future of the offshore wind as the offshore wind industry expands. And Norway wants to be one of the pioneers in this area. Floating offshore wind power is what the world is going to need. Now Norway has what it takes, both the natural resources and the expertise. We have high ambitions for offshore wind and aims to award areas that will allow for 30 gigawatts of offshore wind by 2040. We plan to tender new areas for offshore wind regularly towards 2040 to facilitate a long-term commitment to the development of offshore wind. And we are in the beginning of developing offshore wind nationally. We are keen to learn from other countries as well, and we value to be part of different collaborative forums like this event is also a part of. Norway had an early start with floating offshore wind. The world's first floating turbine, Hywind Demo, was installed already in 2009. Building on this experience, we are now developing Hywind Tampen. This is, as of today, the largest floating wind farm under development and will provide electricity to oil and gas fields in the Norwegian continental shelf. So today, the energy mix is shifting towards renewable energy sources, and offshore wind is becoming central all around the world. Because offshore wind is a proven and reliable source of renewable energy, and the market will continue to grow. We have noticed with great interest that many Greek companies are pursuing offshore wind projects. And energy production is set to become a pivotal sector for the Greek economy. This will grant, as also Minister Skylakakis just went through, energy independence and potentially offer significant export opportunities. And foreign and domestic investors recognize the high quality of the work here in Greece. And that is why the Greek offshore wind market has become so attractive for future projects. And I would like to congratulate the Greek authorities, the Ministry of Environment and Energy, and HEREMA, not only for making an ambitious offshore wind farms development plan, but also for implementing it as a national priority. Events like the one today is important to bring together all different players, the policymakers, the investors, the industry supply chain stakeholders. Competition is good, but we also need to cooperate. To share experiences is always a good start. So, dear friends, Norway and Greece, we are a good match. We have companies ready to work with you. We can help each other navigating a competitive landscape. And to that end, I would also like to praise LTN, the Greek Wind Association, for establishing a partnership with the Norwegian offshore wind cluster. This collaboration is made possible through our EEA grants, bilateral financial support programs for Greece, and I hope that this effort will eventually foster meaningful dialogue and connections between Norwegian and Greek companies. The Norwegian Embassy here in Athens is ready to provide Norwegian companies with information on the local business environment and market opportunities, assist with introductions to potential local partners, and facilitate interaction with Greek government institutions. And we are grateful for and highly appreciative of the excellent contact we have with the Ministry of Environment and Energy, with LTN and HEREMA, among others. It was a few years ago when we said that we were ready to be Greece's consistent and constructive partner in offshore wind. And now we are here together as Greece is powering ahead with its plan for the first offshore wind farms. So let us continue to cooperate closely and make the green transition happen. Thank you so much for your attention, and I wish you a successful seminar.